So initially I graduated from high school June of 2018, and then I was all set and ready to go to college. I was guaranteed admission to University of North Texas. And then a friend of mine invited me to come get a haircut at her cosmetology school. And I walked in there, and all of a sudden I knew that that was where I needed to be, that I needed to be in that industry and not just at some regular college. Like, that was no longer for me. And so I started looking around different schools, and then I ended up touring Ogle. I met Tamika, and something about that just kind of set me in, and I knew that that was going to be where I wanted to be. That was going to be my new home for the next 18 months. And so I started in August, and all of a sudden I just knew like that was going to be the rest of my life. I wanted to be behind the chair. I wanted to interact with people. I'm a very talkative person. I love just client interaction and customer service, and so this is just kind of, it was the perfect avenue for me. So Ogle for me, let's see, it's more of a family vibe. A lot of the other schools I feel like give you this false front of the most modern salon you can ever imagine, and you're gonna get modern training and modern this, and you know, you get these sliding glass doors in your shampoo room, and that's super fun and all until you get to the actual educational side of it, and you get to who you're actually working on, the clients you're with, you know, and there was something about walking into Ogle and seeing it's so much more like how everyone vibes with each other. We're more of a family here. And I think that's just something that no other school has. And that's what definitely stood out to me. Whew. So me personally, I have struggled throughout my entire life with anxiety and depression. Starting freshman year of high school, I actually was diagnosed with about 5 other disabilities, learning disabilities, physical disabilities, and different things like that. So that's constantly been my learning obstacle. And slowly but surely, as I get into something I actually enjoy doing, I'm able to overcome that. So, you know, when I'm sitting there and I start to really feel uncomfortable, I'm able to remember like why I'm here, and you know, I'm actually able to do something that I love. And so that's one, you know, obstacle that I face personally, that I'm actually able to overcome just with the people around me that we have here. And I've made some of the craziest best friends I've ever had in my life here, and that just kind of helps, just that community helps get you through some of the craziest stuff. So initially, me saying no to college was a big downfall. 18 years of my life, my family was like, you are going to college, that is what your avenue is, and that is that. And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, just kidding, I'm actually gonna go to beauty school. And they're like, no, that's not gonna happen. And so initially I was really scared, and I didn't have much of a support group. But slowly but surely, you know, my family started coming around to it, and Tamika was actually my initial, like, that was the start of my support group when I first met her, and she was like, no, like, this is where you gotta be. Like, your family will come around, I'll talk to them. So that was huge for me. That was like a huge just get-go, like, okay, maybe I can do this. Like, maybe this is where, you know, my heart is calling for. So that started it, and then even when I first actually started getting into school, I still was super nervous. I still didn't have, you know, much support in that sort of avenue that I had taken. And then I met Mrs. Bailey, the Phase 1 night teacher, and she's phenomenal at just being there emotionally as a friend, as an instructor, you know, and she's like, she can look at you and say, okay, what's going on today, and understand, and then kind of, you know, go from there. And I think that was just an awesome introduction to school in that way, which is why I love being here at night too, is I love the instructors at night. They're all awesome. I absolutely love making someone happy. So seeing and working on clients is like a big thing for me. That's something that like I am most passionate about. Like when I get a client, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like that is my favorite thing ever, because I love being able to have a client walk out happy and just kind of see, you know, your work and see how they accept your work and to see how you grow. I actually used to pull out my hair. So at one point I was almost completely bald, fun fact. And so for me at that point in time in my life, I would go to a hair salon and they would do their best to make me feel my most beautiful. And that was the one time I could walk out and feel confident in my hair and in how I, you know, looked and presented myself. And so like giving back and being the person on the other side of that and seeing someone, you know, and taking away those insecurities and having that person walk out and be like, all right, you know, I look good today, then that's the biggest thing for me. So eventually, I think everyone wants to either own their own salon or become really big in the industry. But my main goal is just to be able to like get behind the chair and give back what I got for so many years. So just that care, that customer service, and then eventually, you never know, maybe go in and open my own business and do the same thing. Just be able to create such a great customer service atmosphere. But I think that's the end goal, is just make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing and people are happy with what I'm doing as well. So I don't have any specific aspiration with it right now.